How do you feel you're progressing as far with the season coming up?
I feel great. Just focusing on obviously getting ready for week one and, continuing to jump on this moving train and, just ready to get back, excited to be able to get back into it and, pick up where we hop on that moving train. I'm sorry, not even pick up where we left off. The train been moving, you know what I mean? So just hopping on that moving train.
What's your comfort level in the offense right now?
Man, it's a lot of the same concepts, man, that I've been around, my entire time. Obviously we got a lot of different playmakers in this system and, things are going to change. But my comfortability level is fairly good.
So you don't think the
third time around, but there's lots of guys that have been with already other stops here. What is it about him or his offense that seems like guys keep wanting to come back and play with him?
Obviously that's subjective to every player. I got my reasons. I can only speak for myself. And, obviously I've had, a lot of success in my career. I trust his vision, trust his IQ, his football IQ, man. And he's been a guy who's been on both sides of the ball and has just been able to see things from a different perspective. And so learned a lot from Art. And like I said earlier, I had a lot of success with him. So just continue to and always excited to build on that.
John, has your impression of this team changed now that you've been through the preseason process? It's different from when you got traded?
I mean, listen, Pittsburgh and the culture that Mike Tomlin has established here over the past, 2 decades? I mean, I'm not sure what it was, 19 years or I don't know how long he's been here, 19? You know what I mean? So, 19 years ago, I'm a baby. And so he's been establishing that culture for almost 2 decades, and you can see, why it's solidified. And, you as a competitor, you want to be in this type of environment.
Where do you feel like your connection with Aaron's grown since you've been here, been at camp, got used to the offense work?
Right. No, it's been great. He's another genius, you know what I mean, that you can throw in that bag as well. And just a guy who loves the game, you know what I mean, and just learning from him and, talking ball with him, and just seeing kind of what he's thinking. He's, a hell of a teammate, you know what I mean. I got a lot of nothing but great things to say about AR. You know what I mean? He's going to go ahead and, get his gold jacket whenever that time comes. And, I'm excited to have that opportunity to go and do this thing with him.
Jonnu, you're a very versatile type of tight end. You can play in the slot quite a bit, line up outside even quite a bit with Miami. How difficult is or easy is it for a tight end to be a primary pass catcher type in any offense, especially in an Arthur Smith offense?
How difficult is it?
Difficult or easy?
Everybody, we all got different skill sets. You know what I mean? Every tight end is, has different ability, and some tight ends have the same ability, similar skill sets. And so, that more so comes down to the individual and how is he working on his craft and what's he doing to do to get better and to fit into the system that he's in. And so, we've all been, at this level, man, we've all got the ability where we were the ones on our Pop Warner team or high school team or college team. We're just a bunch of ones playing in a league of 32 clubs. And so, your job is to maximize, the skill set that you've been given and the scheme that you're in, every single Sunday. And so that looks different for some guys. As far as difficulty level, I would just say, listen, you asked to go do a job and perform it. And it's supposed to make the hard look easy as a pro. And so
you use the word genius to describe Aaron. How does that manifest itself? What makes him a genius?
It's the way he sees the game. I mean, he's been playing. That's another guy who's, how many years he got in? 20, you know what I mean? So 20 years ago, I'm in 5th grade right now. I'm outside in the, playing with my guys, jumping in the local swimming pool. You know what I'm saying? And, this guy's, been been in training camp for 20 years. And so just the knowledge that he's, has and the things that he saw, and he saw everything. He's got all of the answers to the test. And like I said, you want to play with a guy like that. And I've been around a lot of talented quarterbacks. And, this for him to be playing at the level that he is, it's admirable. You know what I mean? It's admirable. And I'm excited to be going out there with him.
Mike Tomlin just talked about the process of getting to this point, getting to the 53-man roster, and how he has enjoyed it. As opposed to other places where you've been, does the process to getting to this point feel like a winning situation for you so far? That this is going to work for 17 weeks for you guys?
Oh, yeah. We gotta go out there and prove it. You know what I mean? And all of the talk and everything all of the work that we put in out there is worthy, to go out there and say that we are going to compete for the big one, and we have to bring that to fruition.
You had success in your career playing with other tight ends, with Delaney Walker and with Pitts. What makes those combinations successful when you have two guys?
The two tight end sets? The guys. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, man, we it's a collective. It's a collective. And when I say the guys, I'm talking about all 11. You know what I mean? Going out there and as great as a job as Coach Tomlin can do, Art, all of our position coaches, Fredo, you know what I mean? Falk and Z and, all of those guys. Pat, man, they can draw everything up and put us in the best position, but we got to go out there and execute.
Jonnu, you've been a guy who's been tasked with a lot of different routes, a lot of route trees in different offenses. How have you liked about how Arthur Smith has incorporated you into different things that you're able to do as a route runner at the tight end position?
Yeah, that was probably the millionth time I've been asked that question over. No. I've probably answered that the same way I have for the past 6 years. You know what I mean? Me and Art, man, we've had a lot of success together, and he's a guy he's going to continue to move that needle and bring the best out of you and demand the best from you. And that's why we get along so well. And, just been able to answer what my number is called.
Every offseason, every single day, just trying to get better at something every day.
Aaron has shadowed you out a couple of times. Do you feel like that there was some chemistry or some things you've been able to show him as well?
Yeah, I think our connection's been good. It was cool to go out to L.A. with a couple of the guys and throw with him. I think that's where kind of it all started, our relationship with him, kind of see how he sees the game. And I'm just trying to get as much knowledge as I can from him. He's one of the greatest to ever do it, so just fortunate to play alongside of him.
What has that chemistry been like with your fellow wide receivers through this chemistry building process in the preseason?
Yeah, it's great. I think we're a super tight-knit group with Coach Z, leading us, and DK, and all the guys in the room. We play for each other. We go out there and we work every single day and just try to get the best out of one another.
Is it difficult for you to keep that edge day to day?
Not at all. That's just kind of who I've always been. Nothing's ever been easy for me, so just go out there and compete the best of my ability every day.
You talk about people just coming for your job. You were one of those guys that was coming for people's jobs. Like your whole life. How do you feel like that sort of created the person you became? You did have to go fight for what you got, and then now, how does that help you?
Yeah, I think it's just not taking anything for granted, just understanding the situation, being realistic about everything, and just going out there with a chip on my shoulder every day, trying to prove myself right. I've always believed in myself over anybody, even when I was, had one FBS scholarship and stuff like that. So just going out there every day, trying to be the best.
Just feel like a team that's going to work for 17 weeks and, that process can continue throughout the regular season.
Yeah, 100%. Just you can see that in days like today where guys can kind of look forward to having these next 4 days off. But I felt like everyone came to work today, and that's just a testament to what this team is capable of doing, especially going into the season. Like you said, it's a long season. I personally can't speak for everybody else. I haven't been through it, but I know having the right guys around us, which we do, it'll help me out. Yeah, man, I'm truly blessed to be in this position. Obviously, I was grateful last year being on the team, getting drafted, but to be in this position, looking back now at what I had to go through, just with rehab and stuff, battling my mental, and yeah, man, I'm just super grateful that I'm here today and so excited to see what this team can do.
What's the strength, do you think? What's the competitive edge? What do you guys hang your hat on as a team?
As a team, just how tough I feel like we are. I can't, like I said, this offensive line, I feel like we're in a really good spot. Being on the same page with each other, with Aaron, but I feel like we're young. I think we're going to use that to our advantage, and just the mentality and the style of play that we're going to go out there with is, I feel like, what's going to separate us. So,
what's the biggest thing you think people don't know about this offensive line yet?
I mean, it's kind of evident if you watch the film, but I feel like we're just all very athletic. So I feel like that opens up the playbook a little bit more. Being able to get us out in space is something that I feel like Coach Arthur is going to do a really good job of going forward. So